it's that time, folks. What time is it? Oh, yeah. It's turkey time. It's that time we get together with our family and stuff. And, we got that good feeling vibe of, love and getting together with one another. Because you never know when that time comes. And we're just here. This is Unique Persona 13. And welcoming you into the JP Pod. Let's talk. Let's rock. Just putting on a little jazzy music to start off. And we're going to get into some really cool stuff. Going to talk about some future projects that I got going on for VCW. We got some special guests that we're going to have talking on the show here today. And the podcast is basically what you see. It is Thanksgiving. We're going to talk to a friend of mine through a YouTube channel called C&B Knows. A good friend of mine that I've known throughout work and I've known outside of work. Really cool cat, and really should check out his stuff. We'll get it in a minute and talk with him. And we're also going to talk about, for me, what Thanksgiving is like to me. Hopefully we get some more guests that can get their input on it throughout this podcast. And, we're just going to get right into it. And we're going to get right into that vibe, folks. And, we're going to start it off and just play it cool and, get that little smooth vibe going again. Let's play that music one more time. Let's. Okay. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. All right, here we go. And I got a special guest right now, just playing a little jazzy music, moving on into it. We've got C&B Knows Billy, and it looks as if he's got something to show us right now. Billy, you got to unmute your mic there, fella. You got to unmute your mic. There you go.
Okay, this is the North American Championship belt. This goes back to the Mid South days, Mid South Wrestling. If y'all not familiar with that, that was owned by Cowboy Bill Watts from 1969 to 1986, when he sold it to Jim Crockett Promotions.
Oh wow, that is awesome, man. So I've been watching your podcast for a while, and I wanted to go ahead and get into some quick questions. First thing I want to know is this Bayou Independent Wrestling. You seem very passionate about it. I've seen it a couple times in your videos, and I just want to get into the subject. What is it? What's up with it? I see that you do a lot of touring out in Mississippi areas and some areas in Louisiana. So get into it, man.
Yes, Bayou Independent Wrestling. It reminds me of the old Mid South days from when I was growing up, going over to Monroe Civic Center, watching the likes of Junkyard Dog, But the Bayou Independent Wrestling with Josh Newsom, he is the promoter, owner of BIW. He got started by he was, if Dr. Steve Williams is one helped him get started with the Bayou Independent Wrestling. Bayou Independent Wrestling was at one time connected to the NWA.
Oh wow!
A lot of people didn't know that.
National Wrestling Alliance or
National?
Yes.
The National Wrestling Alliance is one of the oldest promotions. It is. It's older than WWE, AEW, any other promotions out there. It is one of the oldest promotions it is, and only the last surviving of the old ones.
Yeah, and let me go ahead and face up to the camera real quick. The folks who know my channel on YouTube, they know that I'm a huge wrestling fan, and that's one thing me and him share a common interest in is wrestling. And he's into a lot of the old school wrestling. He tells me some things that blows my mind. And there are some things I get on the subject. He's like, "Wow, I didn't even know that." Really cool things. I mean, he's actually met up with some referee officials, and he's actually got to hang out with the tag team champions of BIW, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, for a fact, I was just in a couple weeks ago. We was in Vicksburg, Mississippi, and we had a title change. We have a new Southern heavyweight champion. His name is Bam Bam Malone. He's been chasing the title for a little while.
All right,
Which,
on.
yeah, and the former champion is Angel Camacho. This guy is like over 400 some pounds, and he moves like a 300, moves like a 200-pound guy. You know, I've never seen a guy that big, that agile.
That yeah, I mean the big guys that can do all that high flying stuff has always amazed me. I mean, you give it to the credit to the little guys like the luchas and the Japanese wrestlers. I love their heritage and their styles. But as far as like the heavyweights that can really fly around the ring, it's definitely something outstanding. But
Well,
go ahead.
I've got I'm going to do a Thanksgiving special on my podcast. Um,
I saw that actually.
yes, I'm going to we got the high school football playoffs still going on right now. I'm going to cover that. Some other interesting news in the wrestling news, some BIW news about the upcoming show in January. The first show of January is 13th. It's going to be in Fountain Hill, Arkansas. It's a little trip up the I-20 up there. Go to Bastrop, take that highway on out, and come up to Fountain Hill, and support BIW. It's family entertaining. No vulgar. That's one thing I don't like. I like. There's nothing vulgar about this.
Yeah,
You can't believe.
that's very hard to come across places that are family oriented to
Well,
people with
it's family oriented. I mean, you can take your kids out, and
yeah.
you can go up to a restaurant, get your picture taken with them. I've got several pictures hanging up in my office with the Cassidy Riley, retired. If y'all get out there, I think he's coming out December the 12th or maybe 11th. The Iron Claw. That is
Awesome.
that is that's the Von Erich family's movie coming out. So get out there
Oh,
and support this movie. Yes.
absolutely. I saw a preview on the Von Erichs movie. I believe they said like AEW's MJF is going to be in it.
Yes, he did play a part in it. I don't know what character he played in it. Cassie Riley, he's got a small part in it. So get out there and
That's
support these movies. And I said he got another movie coming out. I think sometimes next year. He won't let nobody know what the movie is, but I
uh,
think I'll get it out
but
of him.
but yeah, man. Speaking of wrestling, that's one thing I got to say about Thanksgiving. When it comes down to the and it sounds strange, but I've always believed like when it comes to being a fan of pro wrestling, I've always related it towards like family time with family
Right,
because
right,
you hang out with your family. Back in the old days, you hear you like with your mom and your dad, you be sitting there actually, maybe eating some spaghetti and watching Hulk Hogan drop a leg on Iron Sheik or something like that.
right.
Just something off the wall, but it was always family related. When
Yeah,
I
but
went to a show, family went together with me. So, but when I think about wrestling, I can't help but think about this Saturday. It's going to be a Survivor Series, War Games, and what an amazing song to
well,
present War
you
Games,
know,
Black Sabbath's War Pigs.
yeah, JP, War Games was the mastermind of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes,
Oh yeah,
in public, if you will.
absolutely, and it's
That was his
amazing.
mastermind, and what's all fun? His son is going to be in War Games. Cody,
Absolutely, yeah. I
you
can't wait to
know,
see that.
Well, I can't either. I'm no longer with Comcast, but I still got um
The Peacock TV.
yeah, I still got Peacock on my phone. So I'm gonna hook it up Sunday night and lay down on my bed or somewhere and watch a little WWE
Little old wrestling.
a little wrestling like the American Dream would say. uh, but getting back down to BIW, the one of the referees is Dave Miller. He is still on cloud nine because he got the referee
I've heard of
Ric
that name,
Flair's
Dave
last
Miller.
match.
Yeah, Ric Flair. Yeah, at the what was it? The Jim Cornette. Oh God,
Yes,
Jim,
yes,
Jim Cornette. Crockett Promotions last
yes,
show.
yes. With against Jeff Jarrett and
Jay
uh,
Lethal.
yes, yeah, and that was I
Yes.
mean and here's a man nearly in his 80 years old and still and want to wrestle. He signed a multi-year contract with AEW here recently. I understand he got two contracts with AEW. He got one as a performer and
Yeah.
also to promote his energy drink, the Woo energy drink. Have y'all
Oh,
seen him around town?
I've actually seen the ad on that thanks to a YouTuber by the name of Brian Zane on channel Wrestling with Regret. Really funny
Yeah.
guy, very entertaining, and he actually did a plug for my show on Cameo. I think you saw it, Blood for Blood 2. He
Yes, yes, yes. Very good guy. I mean,
yeah.
very. But I appreciate you, JP. Give me the plug out there for my C&B Knows podcast.
Well, yeah, absolutely, man. I mean,
I would love to do more like this with you. Maybe come on later on and do a podcast. And how about the VCW? What's up with it? Is it coming back? Are we waiting on something? Or you gotta? Are are
I've
are you
I've
waiting for the new year?
I've got some spoilers to let out. I do have some revealing on VCW, but VCW, as some people know on my YouTube channel, is Virtual Championship Wrestling. Is where we left off. Unpredictable Lewis, which is completely now being scrapped. It's just going as JP. Moving forward, we're gonna go with a more reality based kind of thing, but also doing a fantasy war league kind of thing. So you're gonna be able to see WWE stars and AEW stars fight against each other. You're gonna see, the VCW originals still there. The VCW titles are still gonna be there. The arena is still gonna be there,
Is
but there's going to be more open mind
is
concepts.
Doctor Graves gonna be there? Is that the?
Okay, so there is going to be around. Excuse me. Oh, that's not very professional. Oh well. Anyways, as far as like the VCW thing goes, there is going to be something that's going to be a special arena and a big shout out to community creators on WWE 2K23's. That being Marty M for this amazing arena that he did. And it's going to be in the Mall of America.
Oh,
VCW Seasons Beatings. And you're going to
um,
have a lot of special, hold on, special memorial people, especially including Dr. Graves, who was originally the All Stars champion. Now, all titles are vacated because VCW is a personal thing to my heart. Some people know, when I did it, I did it with partnering up with a friend of mine, Awesome Gamer. Currently, he is doing his own thing. As far as career wise, he's got his own personal work ethic that he has to attend to, and I have to respect that. Plus, he's actually from South Adelaide, Australia. We live in two different parts of the world. Way
JP,
different continents.
let me give a quick plug into
Go ahead.
some of my people that uh, if you see this stapler here. Can you see that?
The LSU stapler.
Yeah, the LSU stapler, and I also got a West Monroe stapler here. If y'all would, y'all can contact my it's my it's my grandson's mother. You can contact her at Amazing Grace Designs. You can find her on Facebook.
Face
Amazing
that.
Grace Designs on Facebook. Yes.
So Facebook.com/Amazing Grace
Yeah.
Designs.
Mason Grace Designs. Yes.
Gotcha.
JP, let me do one more.
Go ahead.
If your friends out there got want a fundraiser, do want to do a fundraiser for something, contact him. Bayou Independent Wrestling.com,
There we go.
or you can find him on Facebook.
There you go.
Yes, you can find him on Facebook. Okay, go
So,
ahead.
so the Madhouse World Champion Justin, or now known as Lou Screw, you can find him, and hopefully I'll get a chance to talk to him. But Lou Screw, who actually succeeded and got a music score in the independent movie called Bogman. It's
Oh,
yeah, and they actually did a huge
wait a minute, hold up.
success. This
Hold
movie
up.
was actually made in West Monroe.
I understand that, but that movie was also promoted at Cassie Riley's retirement show.
Really?
Yes, they had the character, one of the characters, the fog man with the fog thing, or the green thing. He was there. Yes, I
The
forgot to mention that.
the
Yes,
okay, we're saying the Bog Man, right? BOG.
yeah. The movie that your brother got, that
Yeah, he.
Mister got the score in it. Yeah. They promoted the movie at the
Wow, I did not know
yes,
that.
yes.
That well, I guess that's cheers to my brother on that one. I
Yeah,
knew he
I
got
mean,
a
hey,
chance in the music.
bravo to your brother. I know he's been working kind of hard there to get that going.
Absolutely. I mean,
Uh,
when
you
I
know,
heard, I
you
te-
know,
I got to say something on that, and I'm gonna get to VCW, and we'll get to your thoughts on Thanksgiving. But I have to say something on that. Hearing that when I first watched the movie, I was a little sketchy because it's an independent film. I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. So I watched the movie, and it was actually really, really good. And but there was one part in the movie that I heard this like famous hip hop Southern beat that I've heard, recorded like 1,000 times, and I'm like, wait a minute, that sounds so no, and I'm like, that's my brother's beat. That's my brother's. I was freaking out, and I see
right.
the credits and I see his logo, and as a big brother, man, I can't tell you how proud I am. It's
Well,
amazing.
I don't know your brother, but you speaking highly of him. But I don't know him personally. But hey, bravo out to him. His family. Hey, I hope the sky's the limit for him.
The whole crew was amazing in the Bogman. To be perfectly honest, Mitch Lang and everyone mentioned that the guy who actually played Bogman was like, if you ever get a chance to check it out, I highly recommend it. But I'm gonna get more into that. Hopefully, I can talk to my brother about that because I want to get some thoughts on that. I really do. But going into VCW, it like I said, seasons beatings to come be Madhouse champion versus All Stars champion, former All Stars and former Madhouse, and it's going to be one title, one World Heavyweight Championship, beautiful title, beautiful world title presentation. That's going to go either to Dr. Graves or Lou Screw in the main event at seasons beatings. Also, there will be a 30-man Royal Rumble. Might see some WWE, might see some AEW. You never know. There's going to be a triple tag Hell in a Cell for the tag team unified titles. And that's going to feature, hold on, I got some notes here. Hold on, I got some notes. Let me just put this one out here just a second here. Let me look this up real quick. I wrote it down. Okay, it's gonna be for the World Tag Team Championships. It's going to be a triple Hell in a Cell Tag Team title match featuring Connor Green and Hurricane Adam Williams versus Josh Darren and Glitch. And it's going to face Lee Dunn and John Kane. All three teams, all awesome combinations of very unexpected allies, but all duking it out in the lovely confined structure known as Hell in a Cell. But
JP,
back
I
onto your
want.
Thanksgiving stuff.
Okay, okay. We come back. BIW come back to West Monroe on February 3rd of 2023.
2024.
2024, excuse me.
It's all right,
Yeah.
brother. It's all right.
Okay.
We made mistakes.
Well, I've been working so many days, and my days run together.
Hey, it happens. The workflow,
you know,
man.
you know.
You're
But
good,
anyway,
brother. You're good.
um, I'm I'm putting my hand out there to you. I want you to be my guest, one of my guests at the February 3rd show in West Monroe at the West Monroe Convention Center. I will have your ticket. I am a sponsor. C&B Knows sponsor as one of the sponsors of BIW.
February 3rd.
Yes,
I'll,
that's on the.
I'll I'll check into my schedule and I'm sure I can run some operations and yeah, I'd definitely be down, man.
Like I said, I'll take care of the ticket. You don't worry about the ticket. I'm a sponsor. I buy the ticket and everything.
Right
You are
on,
gonna be
man. That'd be awesome.
you're gonna be my guest ringside. I mean, we're not up in the we're not up way in the back. We're ringside.
Oh, that'll be awesome, man. I've actually
Uh,
seen some of your
uh,
videos of the action in there.
Let me tell you something. The Vicksburg, Mississippi, we was like the ring was here. We was like about two, maybe three steps away from the ring. That's how close the action was in Vicksburg.
That's actually pretty cool. I've actually seen it. For those who don't know, Bayou Independent Wrestling, it is a local um, promotion out in the Bayou areas, which is like in Mississippi, and of course here in the state of Louisiana, and
He also runs Arkansas too.
runs through Arkansas.
Yeah.
They are independent circuits, so it's not going to be like large venues. But when the shows go on, it could be like 100, maybe 200, maybe even 1,000 people, and it doesn't matter. Like the energy in the crowd at a wrestling show doesn't matter if it's like a few or like a ton of people. Like the thing about wrestling crowd is the energy. It fluctuates throughout the building because they know how to work their craft in that ring.
Um, these are some of the. This is one of the flyers. This is the from the Vicksburg show. If y'all can see that,
You might have to pull away a little bit. You're kind of just yeah. There you go. Now
can you
bring
see
it up.
that?
Bring it over a little. There you go. Now bring it up. Just bring it up. There you go.
This is from the Vicksburg show, and this was from the Fountain Hill show, which Bam Bam Malone was in the first blood match. You cannot bleed in the state of Louisiana. They would not allow that. No blood, but you can bleed in the state of Arkansas and the state of Mississippi. It's about the Louisiana. It's about the commissions that's governing sports. But that's what it is.
That's
Um,
awesome, man.
yes. I got some more flowers on my wall here. Um, like I said, tune into my podcast. I like doing another podcast with new JP in the next couple of weeks. It's according on how our schedule runs. I enjoy this doing the duplicate, podcast. I enjoy it.
Oh yeah, man. I see that you have a lot of ambition, and I see you've been working on your equipment. See the little clip-on microphone you do, and soundproofing and everything. I dig it, man. Like your camera quality is 720p, but I mean you're doing it, and it's actually a great thing. And seeing the people that are like content creators like yourself and myself, this is like what this Thanksgiving podcast is all about. It's giving back to those and giving a little shout out to those who are close to me, and maybe even close to others that are from other homes.
Well, let me say, Thanksgiving is for us to give thanks, you know, for
Absolutely.
being thankful for what we got. There's a lot of people out there, don't got anything. Let's think about them. Let's pray for them. Um, there was I, I was just on a web a while ago, and there's a little boy. He flew out of. They flew him from St. Francis down to New Orleans, down to the Children's Hospital. He's fighting for his life. So if y'all would, if your friends out there would pray for him, pray for his family, for his, he's fighting for his life. I mean, he's only, I don't think he's a year old yet. So let's, that's what you got to think about, JP. Um,
Oh, absolutely. I was
you got a gorgeous family, beautiful family there. Two gorgeous daughters. Got a beautiful fiance. I've been knowing y'all for a long time.
Oh yeah, it's been
Um,
years, man. It's been years.
yeah. So like I said, JP, I appreciate your time.
Oh, one other thing. You said something about lives. I wanted to go ahead and ask in sincerity. How's the wife doing? I know she's been having a
Oh,
rough time.
she's on the mend. She's she had to go back to the foot doctor today. They done a foot graft on her foot Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Because she had a little, little hole in her foot, but they done a graft on her foot. So that's what she gone to the her foot doctor today to get him to, see how it's progressive, with the graft that they do now. I've never heard of this. They take, how kids are born and they, when they cut their umbilical cord, the parent would donate that umbilical cord and let it be used for like a skin graft. I did not know that
Oh wow.
until
I,
yes, I did not know that. I did not know that. I didn't want to gross some of your fans out there,
no,
but
no,
that
no, 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 no. So here's the thing. Our generations are not too much different. I mean, y'all were like the veterans of our time,
are you saying
because
I'm old?
well, I mean, you're not in the millennial era like I am. Like I was born in the
Okay,
'90s. You know what I'm
okay.
saying? And
Let's clarify that, JP. Now, let's
I'm not
clarify that now.
I'm not saying you're old, but I'm saying there's a difference here, because like you're from a different generation, and
Right,
obviously I'm from like the '90s and stuff like
right.
that. But as a millennial, even I got to sit there and be like, man, the technology they have these days, and it's like,
What
dang, I'm
I
getting
would,
old. That's how
I,
I
I
feel.
mean, I would blow it away when my wife said, "Well, they're gonna do that." I'm like, "Huh?" Then so
Right. I don't know how I'd react to it. Wait,
I
you're
mean
gonna
it.
do
I mean
what?
it was amazing. And then I've been dressing the foot I had to dress it last night. And I mean, it's amazing how it started to heal. You know what I'm saying? It's her skin's began to grow around that to shut up the wound.
That's crazy though. To imagine that, in theory is like, wow. If you'd have told me that 15 years ago, even 20 years ago, I'd look like
I,
you're crazy. That's insane.
but like I said, my wife is on the mend.
But she's doing better,
She's
right?
well, she's better. She's she's holding stuff down. I mean, she was it was she stayed at the hospital for like 3 days. At Glenwood, and I don't recommend nobody take their people to Glenwood because they gave her some bad medicine that almost killed her. So that being
Yeah,
said, yeah,
yeah.
um,
That's a cost of living in small towns like in this one. Yeah. That's good to know that she's doing well, and definitely insightful story about like how the surgery went. I mean, I never
yeah,
would have
well,
thought,
yeah. So,
but that's
um,
that's that's pretty cool, and I'm glad she's doing well, man.
well, I appreciate you, JP, on your time. And
I appreciate your time, man. Thank you
you
for
know,
showing
we'll
up.
give the best to Laura out there, and the two girls. Give them, let them know that I said hello. And
Oh, absolutely. I'll let them know. And
you just asked me a question the other night when you texted me,
it
and they are back. Them Matt Ribs are back.
awesome. Yeah. I
Uh,
can't help it. I do have a vice. For those who are watching this, I do have a vice for McDonald's McRibs. I like them. I can't help it. And it's
what,
around the
what, what,
holiday season, so.
hold up, JP. They're thicker than what they used to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're a little bit thicker than what they was last year
Oh,
or
wow.
the year before
Okay.
that. Yes.
That's crazy.
And
But I
but
mean, that's actually good to know that at least it's here in town. You know.
yes, hey, you know how it is. You worked there before. You know how it is.
Oh yeah, I've
Um,
been there for quite some time, and I've learned
yeah,
a
and,
lot.
and I do miss you and Laura. I mean, y'all was two of my best workers I had. Um,
I appreciate
there,
that.
there wasn't nothing, y'all wouldn't do if I told y'all, if I asked y'all to do something, y'all would do it. Um, so I appreciate that. But
I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you for saying
I
that, and
know,
thank you.
let me give one more shout out to this North American Championship belt. This is, um,
Absolutely.
if y'all would go onto my podcast, if your people will go on my podcast, I give the history of this North American Championship belt.
And as you can
Um,
see, and on that watermark on the side of the screen there, yo, folks, that is C&B Knows on the YouTube channel. C&B Knows, and this is your host Billy from his podcast, the official North American champion.
yes, hey, hey, I beat that old grappler. I hit him with his own shoe with the belt.
I
But
love it.
that being said, you know, next time I want to like maybe take some of my pictures off the wall that I've got and maybe show on your podcast the autographs I've got. I got to order in some shirts right now. I got a shirt of a face of Bruiser Brody. Anybody know who Bruiser Brody is out there?
I've
He,
heard of
he's
that
a,
name, Bruce Brody. That's like back in the '80s.
he's a wild man. He was killed down in Puerto Rico. His murder was never survived. The guy that stabbed him never went to justice. So, um,
That I didn't know.
yes. The invader number one stabbed him in the locker room. Yes, stabbed him 4 or 5 times in the gut. Yes.
We're gonna have to talk more about BIW on your deal at the CMB Knows. Like I could definitely be down to be a guest. Like you're doing this contribution for me,
Look,
so I appreciate it.
look what we can do. We can do like a crossover podcast. You do. Do like this. We can do a C and B Knows podcast, and we can go on to yours if you would like to do that. I mean, that's something you can.
Absolutely, man. I mean, definitely want to set something up. I mean, you know, because we do have our general things. Like I know you do your football and you do your
Right.
bio independent wrestling. I like to keep up on certain things. I don't really talk about like politics or what the
Well,
media puts out. That
I mean that's one thing I would not talk about is politics because it's it rubs people the wrong way.
oh yeah,
Uh,
absolutely,
but like I said, we need to pray for America right now because the United States we're in turmoil right now. We don't know so that's what I'm gonna. I mean that's what I'm gonna say about CMB that. Knows it stands for my friend Cody. He's a great guy of mine and my name. So like I said, we'll get together in the next couple of weeks. Let me know what your schedule is, and I had to let you know what my schedule is. We might could do another one of these little podcasts.
absolutely, man. And it was great having you as a guest on the JP Pod.
No,
And
no, 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 Mr. JP. It was my honor, sir. My honor.
well, thank you for that. I appreciate your gesture and saying it being your honor and everything. But it's also an honor to be able to take this time because it is, around the time of Thanksgiving. Like I said, this is, basically today because, tomorrow everybody's going to get together, going to get with family. They're going to, stuff their face, probably easy on the cranberry sauce, Dad, something of that nature. But,
Okay, can I get some of that pumpkin pie?
there you go. It's a time of giving and a time of thanks. And, for content creators that are,
Yeah.
barely being visible, I feel like, it's a good time to share and give thanks to those that are close
But
to you and me.
but also we forget what the real meaning of Thanksgiving is. Okay,
Right.
because as a society, we're so busy doing our own things, we don't have time to give thanks to what we got, because it can be taken away from you in a heartbeat.
Absolutely. I just totally agree with that.
But like I said, tell your lovely bride I said hello.
Yeah. I would definitely tell her hello, and I'll let the kids know that the bald guy said hello. That's
Oh
how
yeah,
they.
yeah. That was calling the ball guy,
Right.
the funny ball guy. What is you? Yeah,
The bald guy. I like the bald guy. I want to see
yeah,
the bald guy. I'm like,
yeah.
who's the? Oh, Billy. Okay, gotcha. But y'all,
But
definitely go and check this guy out on YouTube. C&B Knows. Uh, that's youtube.com / C&B Knows, I believe it is. And
yes, it is.
yeah, go check out his stuff. It's Bayou Independent Wrestling. There's football leagues here in the lovely state of Louisiana. And yeah, go check him out on Thursday when he goes to do his Thanksgiving podcast. And who knows, you might see a guest or two on his show. Maybe. But anyways, I know you got things to do, man. I know you got to catch up and take care of your own. It's been fun. It's been an honor. And happy Thanksgiving, man.
Well, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, and we'll see you again at the C&B Knows on podcast. Thank y'all.
All right.